C. I'm going to be your nurse practitioner
Hi.
today, okay?
Mhm.
I'm going to wash my hands first.
Okay.
Okay. So how are you doing today?
I'm all right.
Okay. So I can see all of your kind of history. Your last visit was 2 months ago, correct?
Right.
Okay. So let's just go through some of this. I have most of it here, but I'll just double check with you. Can you go over your past medical history?
I just basically have high blood pressure.
High blood pressure? Okay. And then any surgeries in your history?
I had an appendectomy that was like back when I was like 21.
Back when you were 21?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about any family history?
There's some high blood pressure and diabetes in my family.
Okay. Is that on your mom or your dad's side?
That's my dad and my brother.
Your dad and your brother? Okay. And then any medical history on your mom's side?
Not really.
Okay. All right. And then what medications do you take on a daily basis now?
I just take the hydrochlorothiazide
Okay.
for the high blood pressure.
High blood pressure, okay. And that's just 25 milligrams daily?
Yes.
Okay, and you take that every day
Yes.
as prescribed, okay. And then I have here just ibuprofen, do you just take for,
Yeah, I have a shoulder problem sometimes, but I don't take it every day.
okay. And have you ever had surgery on that shoulder?
No.
Or just
No,
pain
it's not that
sometimes? Okay. All right, and then do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
Okay. And then any alcohol use?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay, would you say socially?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, one or two like beers or glasses of wine or something on a weekend.
On a weekend,
Yeah.
okay.
And not even every weekend, just kind of a, you know, occasionally.
Okay. All right, and then any illicit drug use?
No.
Okay, and then any allergies?
No.
Okay. And so what is your reason for visiting us today?
Well, you guys called me.
I called you,
Yeah,
okay,
you told me to come
regarding
in.
your,
Because I had labs.
you
and
had lab work,
because-
so after
yeah.
last time I see that we ordered a B and P, a hemoglobin A1C, and so the hemoglobin A1C is a test that we use to test for diabetes.
Okay.
Okay, yours was 8.3, so it's a little bit elevated. The
Okay,
normal we want to see is about 4.5 to 6.4.
Okay.
Okay, so yours is a little bit increased. So have you had any recent new symptoms at all that you've been experiencing? Like increased urination, for instance,
at night,
at
I
night?
get up and, you know, I have to go to the bathroom at night
At
sometimes.
night, okay.
Yeah.
How many times normally do you go to the bathroom?
Well, it's not every day, but sometimes I have to get up at night like 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about in the daytime? Any increased urination?
No, not really.
Okay. Have you noticed any increased thirst, like you're always wanting water or ice or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And then what about eating? Have you noticed your appetite increased?
No.
No? Okay. All right, and then any other abnormal symptoms kind of that are new, that you haven't experienced before that's been happening?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. All right, so we're just gonna go through some review of systems, and you just let me know if you feel any of these symptoms, okay?
Okay.
Overall, have you been feeling like lethargic or weak at all?
No.
Okay. And then any headaches, dizziness, blurry vision?
No, not blurry vision. I mean, my vision is just kind of getting worse, but
Worse,
not
but not
blurry.
blurry? Okay.
Yeah, you know, like I've had to get reading glasses.
You have glasses, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then any eye pain or discharge that you've noticed? Okay. Any nasal dripping?
No.
Any trouble swallowing, chewing?
No.
Okay. Any problems breathing at all?
No.
No shortness of breath or cough? Okay. Any palpitations, increased heart rate?
No.
Nothing like that? Any abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Any trouble urinating at all?
No.
Okay. Any pain in your muscles or joints?
No.
Any feeling like really hot, really cold, heat or cold intolerance?
Just hot flashes.
Hot flashes, okay. Okay, and then any, you said no to headaches and dizziness?
No.
Okay, and any increased anxiety at all?
No.
Or any signs of depression?
No.
Okay. All right, so looking at your vital signs, your blood pressure is a little bit high. It's 154/89, which is higher than we'd like it to be. We'd like to keep the first number under 140s. I know you are taking the hydrochlorothiazide and you're taking it every day. How has your diet and exercise, have you been incorporating that into your weekly routine?
Well, my diet, I think, is pretty good. I don't really exercise.
Okay, no
Um,
exercise.
Pretty, I sit at a desk and I'm
Okay.
fairly busy most of the time.
Okay,
So I don't do I kind of go to the gym or do anything like that.
Okay.
Walk around occasionally, that kind of thing, but I'm not doing
any exercise?
anything super.
Okay. And then what about your diet? I know last time in the note, I see that you were eating out kind of like 3 to 5 times a week. Has that changed at all?
No, I still do because I'm at work, so I
Yeah.
go out to lunch. I don't go to fast food, I don't go eat junk, but I
Okay.
do eat out.
But definitely eat out,
Yeah.
okay. What is your diet like usually like on a 24-hour period? Can you recall what would be normal for you?
Well, I might have some oatmeal or something in the morning,
Okay,
maybe a sandwich or a salad at lunch.
okay,
And then we cook at night, so, fresh foods.
okay,
Maybe some chicken or some steak or something like
Okay.
that with some vegetables,
okay,
some corn, something.
okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of fast food or anything
Okay.
like that.
Okay, and then what about your salt intake? Are you one who likes to add salt to everything, or
No.
you think you have it in moderation?
I don't salt stuff unless it's just, I don't automatically salt things.
Okay,
I will salt something if it's just, super bland and needs that, but I don't add salt, and I don't cook with salt much. I use other seasonings.
okay. And then in your last visit, they said you had not really been checking your blood pressures. Have you started to check those at home at all?
No, not really.
No, okay. All right, so usually the best practice, because when I just see one number, it's kind of hard to see if this is just an isolated episode. I have your one from 2 months ago, but nothing in between.
Mhm.
So normally I like to tell patients to take it once in the morning before you eat anything when you get up, and then take it sometime either before dinner or at lunchtime, whenever you can kind of remember, twice a day, and then write it down for 2 weeks. So I can kind of keep track what your trends are. If it's continuously high, we might have to add a medication or put you on a higher dose of the hydrochlorothiazide, but we definitely want to keep it under control and monitor that, and that's the best way for me to know that.
I don't have a machine.
Okay, so you can actually get one at your local drugstore. They're about $20 to $30, so they're pretty reasonable. You can get it on Amazon, and basically you just put the cuff on your arm, press the start button, and it will automatically read for you. So it's pretty easy to use, and the pharmacist there can also kind of guide you through it if you needed some more teaching. Okay? All right, well, I think we're ready to do the physical exam.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to sit up here for me. Alright, so first I'm just gonna listen to your heart and your lungs, okay?
Yep.
So you can just breathe normally, okay? And listen to your heart first.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you want to take about 8 big deep breaths for me, okay? One more. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna have you lay back for me. And I'm just gonna feel your abdomen. Let me know if you feel any pain when I'm touching anywhere.
Okay.
Any tenderness anywhere? No? Okay. I'm just gonna listen to your bowel sounds.
Okay.
Okay, you can sit up for me, okay? Any numbness or tingling to your hands and your feet at all?
No.
You've been feeling? No? Okay. So really the only symptom is just that increased urination that you feel at night? Okay. All right, well, let me go talk with my preceptor and I will be back, okay? All right. after talking with my preceptor, we're gonna do a couple things. So since your blood pressure is still high, we are gonna add a blood pressure medication called lisinopril to your regimen.
Okay.
So it's gonna be lisinopril 10 milligrams, and you can take that just once a day, okay? And then we'll reassess in about a month to see how you're doing, to see where your blood pressure's at.
And when would I take that? Like what time of
You
day?
can just take it in the morning when you take your
Hydrochloride.
hydrochlorothiazide,
Okay.
okay?
And are there side effects to that medication?
No, they're pretty benign. Signs to watch out for low blood pressure would be like a sweaty feeling, a dizzy feeling, feeling lightheaded, and that would mean your blood pressure is maybe a little bit too low.
Okay.
And then I would recheck it yourself, okay? So that's the main one we're gonna add for blood pressure.
Okay.
And I think that regimen should get your blood pressure where we want it to be. The next thing regarding your hemoglobin A1C is we have to put you on an oral medication for your diabetes, okay? So that one's gonna be metformin. It's 500 milligrams. You're gonna take it once a day, and you're gonna take that one in the morning as well.
So I take it with the other medicines?
Yes, you can take them all three together.
Okay, and are there
Okay.
side effects to that I need to pay
The
attention
main one that would just be to dropping your blood sugar, so it's kind of the similar symptoms to having low blood pressure. You would feel really sweaty, again, kind of the lightheaded and dizziness feeling, a little bit out of it. But you normally don't see a big decrease in your sugar with that one.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll need to check your hemoglobin A1C again in a month, and we'll see kind of where it's at after starting that medication.
Okay.
Okay? And just some education, with both of these things, we want to prevent medication use. So we're going to turn to medicine right now because we need it, because your levels are a little bit higher than we'd like to see. But things that you can do yourself is diet. Try to limit the times you go out. Try to prepare your lunch at home. That way you know what you're kind of getting in it. You know the ingredients. You know they're not adding a lot of salt to it.
That's probably not gonna happen,
Not going to
to
happen.
be honest. So,
Okay.
so
Well,
what
I'd
else can I
rather-
do if I'm
yeah.
going out? Like what are my,
Yeah, so I'd rather you
because
be
I got a
honest.
lot
So
of business lunches. and,
Okay. So just look for, the healthier objects on a menu. So fruits and vegetables are always good. More so vegetables, fruits are kind of high in sugar, and we're gonna try to watch that. Protein's great, so chicken, fish. Try to stay away from more of the red meat. So chicken and fish are always gonna be your better options. A lot of times salads are good, but sometimes that will come with extra added calories that we don't need, like cheese, a ton of dressing. So even just looking at those
Like the
options.
dressing on the side.
Yeah, dressing on the side, do like an oil-based one rather than like a thicker dairy cream-based one, and that can kind of save you calories. So just kind of trying to pick the best options is a good start. Exercise, it's really important. So recommended is about 2 to 3 times a week, 30 minutes of moderate to high intensity therapy. So whether that be walking does count, so whether that be, walking maybe at a lunch break or maybe when you get home from work a couple times a week, I think that will really help, try to lose some weight and will help with both the high blood pressure and the diabetes management.
Okay.
Do you think that's a realistic goal?
I don't know about 30 minutes a day, but
Yeah, well, just
I
2
can
to 3
exercise
times
more.
a week, yeah.
than I am now.
So I know saying, go to the gym 5 days a week, that's an unrealistic goal. So I would just try to start with walking and then kind of build up. We'll see how you're doing with just that, and then we'll kind of build up from there. And then the other thing is just to manage your blood pressure. That's really important to do at home. We want to make sure, you're trending downward. And if you're not, then the next visit we might have to bump that medication up. Okay, so there's definitely some things that you can do at home that's important.
Can you give me some written, it's like a lot for
Yes.
me to remember? So, you have some things for diet and the diabetes and.
Yes, I can definitely give you
a lot of
some.
information.
Yeah, some written handouts before you go, and that way it will be easier to take a look at and again read it at home on your own time. Okay, do you have any questions for me?
Not right now.
No, okay. I know you said you had the increased urination at night. That's normally a side effect of your sugars being too high,
Okay.
okay? So that we should hopefully see go down as the metformin is working. Another thing is we are going to give you a glucometer, because I need you to check your sugars, okay?
3 minutes.
So ideally, we want to do it 3 times a day, and that's going to be before you eat, okay?
Before I eat when?
Before you eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
No.
okay? So that will kind of see where
Somebody
you're
gonna show me how
at.
to do that?
Yes, so we'll give you some instructions here in the clinic, and then we'll give you the prescription for that. So you'll pick it up from your pharmacy, and if they have any questions, if you have any additional questions, the pharmacist can kind of walk you through it. Checking your blood sugars is important because we want to make sure they're in a normal range and they're kind of staying at bay.
So what am I doing if it's high or low, and how will I know?
So the normal range that we want to keep you between is 70 to 110. That's the golden ideal range. So then metformin will help regulate that, but we want to make sure we're in that range throughout the day. Of course, after you eat, your sugars increase because you just ate the meal and your body is digesting it. But normally after that, it will decrease. We'll go back to, hopefully that normal range, and that metformin will help your body bring that sugar to the normal range. Okay? So also, keeping a track of those blood sugars, just like your blood pressure, is good too. So I can kind of see where you're at throughout the day. So a lot of information here today. We'll give you some handouts going forward, but the main points are to monitor your blood pressure by self-check, monitor your blood sugar by self-check, modify your diet by just making smarter, healthier options and choices at home and going out to eat, and then to start introducing exercise into your regimen.
We'll see.
Okay, so we're going to
I'm not
follow...
trying to do that all at once. We'll
Yeah, I know it's a lot, so we're going to follow up in a month, okay? So that gives you a little bit of time to make some adjustments, and we'll see where you're at in a month, and we'll kind of go from there.
Okay.
Okay? All right, I think you can do this. I think you're going to have some good results for me in a month, okay?
All right.
We'll also get that hemoglobin A1C and another BNP done in about a month. We'll have you on this metformin for a month, and then we'll see where you're at.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Nice meeting you. Have a good day.
You too.